Hello, hello, hello. It is me, Jay Renard, and we are live. I'm using the good camera today, like the Sony W5600. Had that one for a while. I love it. I've got a new mic, the Mayono. I believe it's the 2100. I'll have to go look at the box again. Sorry about that. Ooh, it is sensitive to the point where I've had to turn down everything and you can still hear how loud that is. And there we go. You can kind of see it right. Actually, you can't. You can probably see the face right here, though, but that's that much. Well, first things first, got a couple of things up here that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be applying some edge paint to these pieces here. And then after that edge paint dries, I'm going to be attaching the jump rings, which is what these are. These are here. And then I'm going to be attaching them to the ear wires, or the earring loops, if you will. The cool thing about these ones here are that they are, get this zoom popping over here. So these are 18 karat plated gold and sterling silver jump rings. I've got a bunch of the sterling silvers. Admittedly, I won't be using all of them. Not tonight. Sorry about that. I forgot how loud that was. And so what we're going to do is I've got the different colors that I've got for the edge paint. I've got the edge flex, navy blue. Can I get a focus? Thank you very much. The dark brown and the bordeaux. Earlier I used the turquoise and that turned out really well, but I don't have any more cut from that. Both the turquoise and the bordeaux are very thick. Oh, there you go. And very thin applying. And this is the Stingray Silver Shimmer. And you can see the edge paint is the turquoise here. And both the jump ring and the ear wire hooks are sterling silver. And this pair here is going to be going for 20 because, well, it took a while and the hardware is actually, it's a semi-precious metal. It's mostly silver, it's 92.5% silver. Side notes, that's what sterling means. It's a alloy of silver that's meant to be hard because silver and gold, for that matter, are silver and gold are very soft metals. And this one here, it's another Stingray, but it's, some would call it rainbow, but truthfully, it doesn't shift in color. It was just multicolored. So something like an oil sheen, maybe. But again, I went with the turquoise on the edge coat, or edge paint rather. Edge coat something different. So let's see. these then. And I realize now that I should have gotten these slightly bigger to these, but that's what we call a learning measure. Slide those back in. Come on. Now, hopefully, because I have a fan here, I'm going to be using, you can see when I zoom out of it. I have a fan here that I use as extra airflow to add to drying. It also speeds up the drying a bit so that there's less drips, so it dries faster. Oh, wow, that was loud. So the other piece that we have here, these are Python, and the back is a gilded cork fabric. I feel like maybe that's just a bit too bright. There you go. So there's Python there, and then there's the back of it, is that gilded cork fabric. So for these ones here, I'm going to be using the dark brown because that goes best with it. For the red shimmer stingray, that I'm using the Bordeaux, and for the football leather, and the back is a pigskin suede. You'll figure football and pigskin. For that one, we're also going to be going back to the dark brown. I had intended on cutting some pieces that would need the blue, but I ended up not cutting them. But if things go well, then maybe we'll go on ahead and we'll break that out. It's on the opposite side, so it's nice and out of the way. There we go, that's better. And also have this tool here, which is some Newman's pliers, but specifically for jewelry work. Come on, here we go. So the ends are rounded so I don't damage the jump rings. All right, let's hope this isn't too loud. It is a touch loud. I think the vibrations through the table. Let's see if I can get a nice buffer here. So, all right, that's better. Angle it down because all the pieces are going to be facing this direction. So I have this here. It's a hole punch. And it's a hole punch, but I'm going to be using it as a stand so that the pieces, once they have the edge being applied, I'm going to sit here. Whoa. Sit right here. Maybe not. That sucks. I did this before the days fall off. It was a different piece that had it balanced on. I had them balanced on the tips of these here, and they were a ways from it, so that should help. Let's hope that nothing gets damaged with those. And hopefully these aren't too light. sit back here. It's a little too wobbly for my intentions, but hey, we'll make it. Actually, right there is perfect. All right, so you know what? Since I have all the ones out here, these ones are going to require the most effort because there you go. Shouldn't be so close to the mic. This is still very difficult with my hand. If you want to hear me complain mightily about that, I did a video a couple of years ago about what happened. Long story short, workplace accident on the aircraft carrier. Now permanently physically disabled, and it would be worse if the damage was to my dominant hand. And guess what? It was. So it was as unenjoyable as you could think. Well, that's a lie. Other people got hurt worse. So I guess I don't really think anyone's a big one. Oh, side note, hashtag not sponsored, but shout out to Jardine, who make this roller here, this applicator for the edge pen. One of the best ones I've used. Easiest to rotate around. The veins, which are these little spots in between, you get a great amount of material, great coverage, great application. Whoever designed this weren't just into, I guess, engineering, but they really use the tools. So they were, if not better crafted themselves, somebody who works a great deal with that particular crowd, because this one works really, really well. The 5-in-1 tool from Dream Factory, it rotates better, but I think this is a better applicator. That one that Dream Factory makes is really, really good. I have nothing bad to say about it, quite honestly. But I have to acknowledge that this one is better. So shout out to Jerky. This in of the airflow there. It's a little bit further back. All right. All right. Let's see if I can get enough of the coverage on one row possible. Maybe even likely. I wish I could show you all the difference up close, and maybe I'll try to afterwards, but the viscosity of the Bordeaux and the turquoise and the pink, pink in here somewhere, they're all much thinner than the dark brown and the navy blue, and I believe I have a clear as well. And, that material in the bottom is a lot more sturdy, I guess if you want to call it that, in its viscosity.
Power off.
That wasn't surprising at all at 10 p.m. Truthfully, that speaker should have cut off a while ago. I don't know why it was still connected. One of these days, I'm going to figure out how to have music streaming in the background. I'm going to have to learn more about OBS and all those other things. I don't know how to work those shit. I've heard Streamlabs and all sorts of stuff, and I've just never needed to stream on more than one platform, so I never looked into it. Well, I say need. No one's ever said that my stream needed music, so I never looked into it any further. Sorry about bringing it out of frame so much. I just keep bringing it closer to my face. Shout out to the chorus for that amazing song that still hit me decades later. There we go. Almost missed that spot in the corner there. No. There we go. That was loud and I apologize. I'm getting better, y'all. I'm getting better. All right. Let's see what the deal is with this one. It is not quite cured yet enough to be. Come on. Here we go. You know, the edges aren't cured enough yet for a second coat. So let's do this. The edges are good enough that I feel comfortable setting it flat on something. I don't want to grab the edges though. That's why I'm using these tweezers to grab the inside right here as opposed to my hand. So I can touch the outside. I say as I touch the outside. All right. You can't see it right now, but I'm using a little rag off to the side and I'm cleaning off the veins of the applicator. Normally, around this time, I would start with the application of these ones, but this stuff is just too thin. And I think that I've got a better shot. No. Got a better shot of these drying. Come on, I'm gonna try my sense. There we go. Sorry about that, Joe. We've got a better shot of these drying because they're thinner and they'll dry faster. So I'm just gonna finish these two sets. And I think that I'm gonna go with the gold. So let me correct these. No, I dropped one. There it is. Of course, I dropped another one. But on the upside, I've got all four. Just do it. One more. I've got one for each, and of course, more comes out. All right, done with those jump rings. They stay over there. Here the wire. That is incredibly loud. Even under the table, that's loud. I don't regret this microphone, but I do have to use a lot more care now. I'm gonna have to break out the app or go to the website, whatever the case, to be able to control these settings a lot more. Although full disclosure, it would help if these things were easier to take out of the package. Unlike the jump rings here, this isn't a Ziploc / self-sealing bag. So I'm gonna play this game here. Come on. There we go. Now we're done with those. So let's stay out of the way. These go here because we're going to need these later. No, those are stainless. We do sterling over here. We're going to match these jewelries. Oh, that was a horrible application right here. That must have dripped away. So this is going to have to stay. This is going to need to reapply. The other one's going to, actually, no, it's okay. I'll just go for the second full coat. Always remember, you are is intended to roll. If you are ever dragging and you are ruining the edge, so no dragging. No dragging the edge. Let that heat. So I'm trying with that. Yeah, let's get airflow there. Okay. I don't think I explained it fully about what I was doing with these here, but I'm trying to minimize the surface area touching something so that the airflow flows across most of the piece. If this were to be laying flat, like it were up here, the bottom edge would be catching most of the air and then not so much across the top, across the rest of it. When I have this at an angle, air is going over most of it. It's a little bit weird, but I promise you it works. Edges now. Wow, come on, too much. Yeah. All right. So you can't really see it. Maybe you can. I don't think so though. But when I'm using the applicator, I am angling this down so that the fluid that's at the ends of the veins, as they are being applied, go towards the very end, so I can be more detailed with my applying of the edge paint. I have to do it like this so that it stays in frame. Sorry about that. Like I said, I keep having that habit of trying to bring it closer to my face. Just reapply. But then I know what I'm doing. That's better. pretend I didn't say that happened already. Alright, can I do that? This is one of those few times where I hope I remain in internet obscurity so that nobody hears me say good girl on the street. It's a bit awkward. Funny, but awkward. Although I'm told that's a positive phrase. Good girl. But only if you're a sexy individual. So I'm getting there. The workouts are helping. Although hitting the lottery would help a lot too. So, oh well. Okay. I thought that was a little too big of a cloud there. I don't know why that song in my mind so much. I mean, it's a good song. As I remember, it was also a hit. So hopefully they got some good money from that song. Almost did it again. Reapply. There you go. I need a whole lot of those. Also, I fully acknowledge that it might seem like I'm just talking too much, although that I'm just trying to verbalize what I'm doing so that people understand the intention and the thought process. Transition that up here. Let's flip it. There we go. All right, so those are done. 2 come to more than fine for what we got going on with those. There we go. That helped a lot. Thomas here. So if all goes well, then I'll just do all the jump rings at once because unlike the applicator, there's nothing that's color dependent. Getting the veins there. Side note, if anybody knows a better term for these spots in between in the applicator, I call them veins because on a rotor, on a turbo, the blades in there are like this and they're called veins. So that's what I'm calling them there. So get those all the way out the way. I'm gonna go dark brown on this one and navy blue on this one, mostly because I just want to see how the navy blue will look. So here we go. Same thing. Upside down. Ah, come on. You're killing the smalls. I was safe. Yeah, kind of mess that up here. What do you want? That's too close. So I think you see why I was talking about having the applicator tip angled down, because there was a lot of the edge pin on this part when I started, and as I used it, it moved itself down as it was rolled down. And also you saw me rolling back and forth as I proceeded forward. That is the process that I've seen and how I learn. It's not just a no, okay, that's actually the edge, but I didn't mess anything up because I'm treated. Ugh, I spoke too soon. Let's not screw this up, especially not on screen. There we go. That might be it. Should be enough. So this one's a little bit trickier because there's a sharp corner. And he takes his panhandle. All right, and because this one is a little thicker with its viscosity, I should be able to be fine with the one coat. Might be wrong. It's coming along all right. So let's transition these two up here. They should be dry enough that they're not tacky. And move these here. Oh, sorry about that. Here we go. You can probably see the larger bit of the edge paint as I'm rolling it. You didn't see that with the Bordeaux because this stuff is thicker. So the application process is a little bit more different. Truthfully, I'm just going to avoid that corner for right now and just swing back to it later. And when I swing back to it later, I mean, acknowledge that I screwed myself. I need to do some trickery to get the spare stuff to go into the corner. But trickery accomplished. And oh, not yet, but now. Sorry about that. Now trickery is accomplished. Mm. So I don't think I explained it fully, but the reason that I'm starting with this side of the piece is that the proper orientation for this is like so, with the panhandle up and the Gulf Coast facing downward. So when it is righted, it's going to be like this. And I want for the side facing downward to be done first, because this isn't going to cure for a while. I mean, properly cure. But I'm going to hang them up. So when they hang, the little bit of movement that might be left in what's left of the fluidity prior to properly curing, I want it to all settle in the downward motion, if that makes sense. Now, let's be honest, it probably doesn't because I'm the one thinking it. So that's what we're doing. That's another downside to this being less viscous, is that it doesn't flow to the ends and of the applicator as easily. So I gotta sometimes just reapply. Uh, well, that was silly, but hey, it's not stupid if it works. And also, the dark blue is going quite well with the brown of the football leather and the pigskin suede. So we'll call that awesome. Whoever gave a thumbs up, I greatly appreciate it. Interaction is lovely. Come on, here we go. It's falling in. It was in there. First we feast, then we felony. All right, so we're 44 minutes in, and now I'm quoting random early 90s or late 80s action movies. So I'm going to turn this into a game. Whoever on the rewatch can name where that's from. The first 5 people. I will sing the An Exotic Leather Wallet. So now there's an incentive for the rewatch. Where we at with this? Honestly, that's getting close. So we're going to call that good. No need for a second layer. Thank goodness. So, navy blue, you are done. Oh my goodness. I'm supposed to go dark brown with one of these. I got too far on the roll. Oh well. It's all good. We got two sets of Python Texas earrings that we can throw the dark brown on. Let's see who's on the table. Yes, I can. Those can be cool. Yeah. Nope. And you shall remain. There we go. The other is just, I'm pretty sure that the fan is coming in on the mic. I don't want to turn it louder. Lesson learned. I didn't shake it up in the mic this time. So 1 out of 3 ain't bad. Still technically failing, but proof of learning. I'm noticing now that these openings are not the same size. I didn't realize that just now. I think there's something in the. I think I like to mix it up a little too good. There's some pieces that were from the top that are now mixed in there. Let's try this again. All right, that looks a lot better. Let's not nearly as much. Bubble. That's a bubble. This one's going to be technically harder to do because it's so thin, but I should also only need one coat because of the thinness of the material and the greater viscosity. We should only need one for the whole thing, and I think I got it. Yep. Lovely. Well, not outstanding. That's a little self-aggrandizing, but really good. Really good on the first pass. Mm-hmm. There we go. Don't you fall. Don't you do it. Mother fudge cake. This is why we can't have nice things. Not much for the reapplication. A bit unorthodox, but it still works. So I've got this. Got one of those on my stitching chisel. Excuse me, my stitching awl. Turns mallet. And it's going to hang there and air dry. Alright. It should be more than sufficient. Get that excess off of there. Alright. For this. Actually, there. Stay right there. That's only a lot frustrating. You'll see them fluttering and trying to turn, which is more frustrating than I can fathom right now with a 3D veins. And here we go. Back in frame. Come on. No. Alright, so I have a hand, but not on the back piece, so that's good. I just have to be careful so that that doesn't touch the back of the piece. And it should be alright. Oops. Touched it. Unacceptable. Damn it. Alright, maybe it's just dry. Or tacky. So. Try not to be taken off, so that counts for something. Times enough for me to do this. Okay, no off spots. Let's finish this last one. And then we can start doing jump legs. Where we at with the time? This is oddly good time. Good time for what I'm thinking about charging. I can do good work with mild setbacks. And keep this rolling. Should have known that. Oh, damn it. Way too much. Way too much. Still too much. There we go. Oh, yeah. Stop in the corner there. Damn it. Why would you do that? Let's try closer together. This is what this is. It's always something. Always got to keep you two kids apart. Stay. Never take your fingers to that part. problem-solve-ish, kind of, sort of. And while those are curing, let's commence with the jump rings. This is not the direction. Come on, is that bad? All right, so it is feel great, smooth to the touch. I can still damage them with enough pressure, so I will be trying my dangest to not add pressure and bottle this up. All right, so for people who have never applied jump rings before, you just open them. In this case, I have to open it quite far. And you put them through whatever thing it is that you're putting them through. And you are attaching the ear wire, as this is called, and then closing it right back. And then boom, there you go. Earring attached. Very okay. Set that there because, like I said, it does need to cure more and therefore helps with that. Shoot. Push open. Loop in. Ear wire on. And the goal is to not damage, especially in this case, to not damage the edge coat, the edge paint seam that just went on. So let's rearrange. Okay, there you go. Come on. Here is what we've got. So I've got the plated 18 karat gold and the stingray leather and goat skin with complementary, considered complementing color on the opposite side. We're going to set that down to get some more airflow. And this one should be mostly nice and on its way to curing, which means this one is as well. I won't need this anymore. And with the jumpers, It's really difficult to see from the camera there, but all of these have a tiny little seam where the rings come together. And you can see it with the naked eye, but from the distance of the camera is probably couldn't see it until I twisted it back in place. Or rather, when I first twisted it, that it just came apart. That's already there. I'm not just twisting it and popping it or something like that. There's a seam there in the ring. Oh man. Well, I don't want to go from all of that are two sterling in wires and sterling jump rings, but only have steel hooks. Unacceptable. I was done speaking for the sake of pop culture, but no, we're not going to do that. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8. Sounds like tension. We're going to go sterling with the python, the glorious snake skin. I'm still upset I can't do that for my right hand. Whew. Yeah, I can do that, but I can't keep the hands out. It sucks. I can throw a punch, but I can't pick up a needle. So I'm going to be left-handed now. It's unenjoyable. It's the nature of chance, I guess. Oh my goodness, that's bigger than I thought it would be. Just this back. Maybe at 110. Oh, thank you, Kieran. It hurts me so much to go from stainless, from sterling to stainless. It just feels off. So we're not going to do that. We're going to go with gold jump. The rest of them. going to play the jump rings and your wires. Continuity wins overall. Six. Go up. That's my record keeping. It's almost like I should have done this before. This is only extended production time because I'd like to prepare this. Almost. And by almost, I mean definitely. This decision should be made soon. Most likely use these reduce, reuse, recycle. And this is getting nice ladies that want back in the world. Alright, these are cured long enough. Shit. I blame my broken hands for that. Although clumsiness had something to do with it, let's be honest. I'm sorry I don't have any witty banter right now. I'm just trying to not mess this up. Although I will say that I'm trying my hardest to install it the exact same way every time. Opening it from the same direction and putting it in from the same direction, making sure that your wire is facing the same direction every time. So the consistency is there. And we have a production line, so to speak, but consistency creates efficient city. Oh, so let's go here. Bad refugee. I'm sorry that this stream has been too boring for chat. Okay, who knows next time, Oops. Open further. Here we go. Hold on the sound. Okay, eventually I'm going to start making these and have team colors. Okay. Orange for my university, or really orange and gray for my university. Or I think University of Texas is orange and white, or burnt orange and white, something like that. Cowboys got the blue, white, and silver. Although I'm pretty sure I can just do blue, white, and yellow. Okay. Are these connected? Yes, they are. Those are part of that. I'm not sure how loud that was. I was facing only on the other side of the microphone, so it shouldn't have been too terrible. But I'm on. I just turn it off because the pieces don't need the extra added airflow anymore. They're not 100% solid yet, but they're okay to the touch. We felt that going. It would be off. Okay, so you can got the Texas ones with the gold, well, 18 karat plated, let's be honest here. No shenanigans, no false advertising. So what you got here? Let's see if I can convince. So I really want to get this picture here. Pretend you're here. All right, well, I'll take those pictures later. So it's a picture. We'll let these out to sit out for the night, cure properly before I put them in the display bags here. Right. Okay. Two of those. One on the plated gold, the other one with the sterling silver. Brighter. That's why we can't have nice stains. There's two. And the stingray. Come on. Love that shimmer. All right. We are done. It's been about an hour and a half to get all the stuff out, do everything with the fans and all that good stuff. So not too long of a production process. Honestly, it could have been shortened if I didn't have to do all the stuff and have all the cameras and all that good stuff. So what I'm thinking is the the Python, the sterling silver, I'm going to charge 20 for those. The Stingray with the plated gold, I'm going to be charging 25 for that, only because Stingray costs more and it's harder to work with. And the cowhide with the plated gold, I'm just going to charge maybe $5 for those, taking into account the material and the work time. Shouldn't be too terrible. I also need to change the orientation for this gear wire. Well, but it's the same direction. So, all right. Thank you all very much for your time and attention. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. Those of you who showed up, got one person still watching, and I appreciate you hanging around. But yeah, here we go. That's me done with the earrings. For those who are fans of the great state of Texas, so I've got the Stingray, the cowhide and brown, the well, the multiple Stingrays. Quite honestly, I had shown these. Hopefully, the glare isn't too bad. Those with the I got the turquoise edge paint on there to give it a little pop, and the oil slick one. Um, yellow slip one to give it the a little bit of razzle dazzle, also with the turquoise edge paint. This one is cowhide. Get the glare off of that. There we go. And this one hit with the dark brown, just to have everything nice and uniform. And when I do this market, hopefully at the beginning of next month, everything should be going pretty well. And hopefully these will be a hit, in which case I'll increase production. And if not, there's other stuff. Now, this is a second prototype. The first one was nice, but it was a little thin. This one I made with a liner. This is a watch roll for people who travel with their watches. So you have a space for your tools and 2 spots for your watches. And it rolls up nice and well. Although I'm going to change this to have multiple positions based on how big the watches might be. I'm not a fan of the ones with the buckle or the strap that goes that just wraps around it. I think that's making a bit too much out of what this needs to be. I think with one of these here, and one further, or when there's no watches in there. So say a 1, 2, 3 position. This one will be good to go, and it would be a nice proper watch roll to travel with. And of course, I had to add the purple stitching because I like purple. So there's that. All right. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me. And again, go for the rewatch, because at about the 30-minute mark of the rewatch, I say something silly. And roundabouts the 45-minute mark, I offer up a giveaway. So there's that. Go on ahead and check those out, because 1, I need the views, and 2, when you give stuff away, you get more viewers. So there's that. All right. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I'm Jay Renard, and I'm out. Peace.